Howdy, Draw fans. It's Pride Month, and what's that coming down the open highway? It's Drawfee's 2023 Pride merch. We got a big rig, chock-a-block full of brand new Pride shirts, as well as a Trans Rigs keychain to adorn your beloved truck keys. All net proceeds from your purchases will be donated to the Trevor Project, which helps support LGBTQIA+ buckaroos in need. And not only that, but on June 24th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, we're hopping behind the wheel of our very own Trans Rig in American Truck Simulator, and long hauling from Washington all the way down to Mexico in support of the Stonewall Community Foundation. So grab your jumbo-sized Slim Jims and come join us on the open road and donate to help a great cause. We'll catch you on the asphalt, good buddy. Sayonara. Welcome to Drawfee, where we take your dumb ideas
and make even dumber drawings.
I'm Jacob.
Me llamo Memo.
I'm Karina. Je m'appelle Julia.
Why is your name Memo?
Memo, cause Guillermo, and then that's a nickname for Guillermo is Memo.
Oh.
Your real name's Guillermo?
In Spanish it is Guillermo.
Memo is a cute nickname.
Memo. I don't actually know if that's true. I saw it in a movie once, but I never actually used it as Spanish.
Oh, you're Memo Muse.
I just go by Willie in Spanish.
Memo Muse.
Memo Muse.
Memo Muse.
Although,
Willie, why are you here speaking different languages? That seems weird.
It's unusual.
there are other languages besides English.
What?
Yeah.
Jacob, and we're gonna learn about them today.
Whoa!
No, I had an idea for a Drawfee episode that was based on an essay I did in high school. The teacher gave us a word that didn't have an English translation, and we had to write an essay explaining what it meant. And I think it would be fun to do that in drawing, where I'm gonna give you a word that does not have an English translation, and you're gonna have to draw what you think it means.
I like that.
And then I'm gonna tell you what it means.
I think that sounds fun, and I would like to do it right now.
Okay.
We get it. You're
Don't
an
rush
English
me.
major.
These words aren't in English. They're outside of my purview.
Yeah, but it does have English major vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I feel like these are the sort of words that you'd like work into a poem. Also, I'm realizing just now that these are all going to be really hard for me to pronounce.
That's part of the fun.
You will not just be drawing the words that don't have a direct English translation. You will be drawing my pronunciation of the words that don't have a English translation.
For me,
All
three
right.
words.
And your word is the German word Waldeinsamkeit.
Wow. I'm going to need a spelling on that.
WALDEINS.
Wait. Too fast. WALD.
EINS
INS.
AMKEIT.
Waldeinsamkeit.
Not to be mean, but how do you not know how to spell Waldeinsamkeit?
Well, like I said, I was an English
Waldeinsamkeit.
major, and they forcibly made you forget how to spell any words that were not in English.
Did you say that on the street? Oh my God. I was like, we didn't say that while we were recording, but we were recording.
What are you talking
That
about?
you're an English major. I thought that happened earlier.
That was like mere moments ago.
It was literally before you said Waldeinsamkeit.
Full disclosure, I'm really tired, and then to counteract that, I had a lot of caffeine. So.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
Willie's experiencing some Waldeinsamkeit right now.
The case could be made.
It's weird that Willie's experiencing right now the effect of finding Waldo, and he's flying on a kite. It's interesting that Willie would be experiencing that right now. It seems kind of specific.
It's funny that the Germans would only have a word for this.
Well, they got
You
really
know.
into finding Waldo.
Well, they're the only ones who are appreciating the feeling of finding Waldo, who was on a kite.
Who's flying on a kite?
Do you guys want to hear the most effed up thing I've ever heard?
Whoa, yeah.
Whoa. Okay.
And like,
It's effed up. It's
do we need
fricked
a
up.
content warning?
I
before
think
this?
you might.
Content
Okay.
warning. This is
If you're
this is
American, you do.
fricked. This is
Okay.
fricked up, and you're about to hear it.
I'm
Content
getting
warning.
myself ready.
In at least Australia, possibly other countries, it's called Where's Wally?
Oh, I did know that actually.
And I had an Australian friend who called it Wally, and I gave him a lot of shit for it. And then he was like, no, we call it something different.
It's like you're the one who's going to get shit
You sound so dumb right
for
now.
being ignorant.
But why would you change the name? I would be happy if his name was just Wally in America. I just don't understand what. I guess he's on the run, so he needs like an alias.
It's just the accent.
Wally. Wally. Is that an Australian accent?
No?
Wally.
Waldo.
You just sound like the freaking aliens from Toy Story. This is a good Waldo.
This is also a Waldo from Memory Challenge. He
Which
wears like a
is-
beanie, right?
You walked right into my challenge.
Yes.
I learned another really messed up fact just
okay,
now.
content warning. Really
Content
effed
warning.
up stuff coming right now.
I have bad news, and it's that Where's Waldo was made in the UK, so the original is Where's Wally.
No.
Why didn't we make it Waldo?
So
Yeah,
we
why do we
pulled
change
the
it to
soccer
Waldo?
on this.
I'm now team
It's just
Wally.
politics. We just wanted to like throw it in their face.
What's the name of the evil Waldo who wears yellow?
Luigi.
Wilgar.
I'm sorry, Wario.
Wario, Waldrio.
Is
Well,
Wa-
I have a list of characters. Oh, his name is Oddlaw.
Oddlaw?
Of course
oh,
it
it's
is.
'Cause it's
Waldo spelled backwards.
Then what is it in the UK?
Ilio. His legs aren't right. Get the perspective on his legs right, Jacob.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do it, if you're gonna draw Waldo flying on a damn kite because you're experiencing Waldeinsamkeit,
Waldeinsamkeit. I can't.
Okay, I learned another messed up fact.
What?
Content warning.
content warning.
Waldo.
Content warning. In the UK, Oddlaw is called Oddlaw.
What?
No, that feels like the Matrix just wrote that because we were the first person to ask that question, and they're like scrambling to try and make it so that we don't know. Yeah,
fuck. I thought you updated that.
because
I
that
thought you updated it.
that makes no damn sense.
This fact is followed up by a sentence that's very funny to me. I'm looking at the wiki, by the way.
Well, duh.
In the reboot, he is reimagined as Odd Lulu, a misunderstood preteen female anti-wanderer designed as a fusion between Wenda, Wilma, and Oddlaw's traditional
Wait.
designs.
Who are all these people? Who's
Okay.
Wenda and Wilma?
Wenda and Wilma.
That's
okay.
the Waldos.
Well, Wilma is Wally's friend, and then she was replaced by her identical twin sister, Wenda. Wenda
Why?
is
Why
a
was she
friend of
replaced?
Wally who replaced the twin sister, Wilma.
Oh.
What's happening to these women? Has anyone like checked in on them when they disappear?
They're fucking dead, dude.
I don't know how to explain it, but I feel like this is the first time I've ever thought that PC culture has gone too far.
All right, and then Waldo has the dog named Woof,
That's cute.
but
Wow.
Oddlaw has a hungry ferret named Fritz.
A hungry ferret?
Yeah.
Like
Wait, why doesn't
specifically,
he
he's
feed
hungry.
the ferret?
I don't know. He appears in the new series.
What is Wally's deal?
Like, why is he doing this?
Why does he not want to be found?
The Waldeinsamkeit,
Oh, he's a
dude.
wanderer. He doesn't want to be stopped. He wants to keep wandering.
His life seems stressful to me. It's a lot of crowds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't support him.
I'm just trying to find out the names of Waldo from around the world.
His name is Woof and not Woofdo or Woofy.
The
Woofy makes
dog or
sense.
Waldo?
Well, Waldo's name is Waldo. The dog's
Yeah.
name is Woof. But it should be like Woofdo or...
I'm looking at the list of what Waldo's name is around the world, and it's basically always Wally,
Except...
except in France where he's named Charlie.
Oh, yeah.
That makes sense.
Where's Charlie?
Has anyone seen Charlie?
Say it in French, please.
Où est Charlie? Or yeah. Où est Charlie?
I don't know what Oddlaw looks like, but I imagine he wears a pointed hat. And he's gonna be coming in, trying to take out Wallow.
Wallow.
The name
Wallow.
of Where's The name of Where's Waldo in Danish is Find Holger.
Find him.
Find him before it's too late.
He can hurt you. He's real.
He's breaking the space-time continuum.
Danes don't have time for questions. They just want action.
Yeah.
Do it.
Straight to the point.
So Waldeinsamkeit is Waldo on some kite.
Yeah, Waldo on some kite.
Yay.
And this is the emotion that Oddlaw has just experienced
Whoa.
in spotting Waldo on a kite right now.
He's gonna stick his ferret on him.
Yeah, he's hungry.
Jacob, I assume when you do a rendering of this, you're going to make it a full Where's Waldo scene with lots of little people
Fill in the background.
just
What are they all doing in the sky?
Falling.
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 Oh, I guess he's got like these stripes.
He really doesn't look that much different.
Yeah, he
than
just
Waldo.
kind of-
He
he
just wears
might-
different colors and like.
Well,
He
this
wears
is,
yellow and black.
This is a reinterpretation.
Yeah, he looks like a bee.
It's Waldo to Mario.
This is a reinterpretation of the character. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, he has a weird little mustache, too.
He does have a
Yeah.
weird little mustache.
Oh, weird little mustache.
A creepy little mustache. And I think he's wearing transitions lenses.
Yeah, actually.
He can go outside real fast, but
He looks like literally multiple people I've met living in Brooklyn.
yes. Yes.
Yeah.
I kind of want his shirt. I do have a sweater that's like that I made.
Lucky.
Well, skill.
Skill difference. He's got his katana.
Of course.
Yeah.
Well, if Oddlaw kills Waldo, he gets to become Waldo, the new Waldo. This is why Waldo's always
It's
hiding.
like the Santa Claus.
The Waldo Claus.
The Waldo Claus.
The hell?
Waldo has to hide
Yes.
from Oddlaw.
Well, yeah, we all knew that.
I just discovered that Oddlaw's home is in Oddlaw Swamp.
Yeah, he's like Shrek.
He lives in a swamp?
He
Yeah.
lives in a swamp.
They're neighbors.
For a character whose entire personality is not being findable, Oddlaw should not have a home with like a known address.
Well, Oddlaw.
No.
Oddlaw's findable.
This is easy to explain. He lives in Houston. It's a swamp. It's massive.
Hard to find
It's hard to
anyone.
find people.
Okay.
And if you go try and find a person, it's usually a 40-minute drive, not including traffic, because everything's under construction. He's a Houstonian.
Houston's a swamp?
Yeah.
There's a line in Oddlaw's wiki that says his friends also tell him to frequently shut up and stop writing Oddlaw was here on everything
He
with
has
which he comes in
friends?
contact with. I think he needs better friends.
Yeah, his friends sound kind of over his shit.
Jacob, when does this character appear in Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, this is his one wing.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is he
Yeah.
a battle angel?
He's got one wing and a katana.
Yeah.
Well, he's been slowly like changing himself to be better equipped to find and kill Waldo,
Okay.
Damn.
who keeps eluding him.
Yes. And it's insane that the Germans had a word for this, but
They sure did.
Well, this happened in Germany.
yeah.
Yeah. That's why it's specific to that language.
Trying to figure out how I want the clouds to be going.
They should be red and white stripes, so it's harder to find Waldo. Everything in that world is.
If you do not render this in a Where's Waldo style, so help me God.
What do you mean?
Make it really small and then build an entire giant
Yeah.
scene around it.
I don't want to do that.
No, you have this is your next month of work.
Yeah. I have
don't
a
wanna
request.
do that.
Intricately, there's gonna be like a guy dropping his fries somewhere. That's the only thing I remember from my Where's Waldo book.
I have a very hyper specific memory of one small little man dropping some fries.
No, and then there was like a really happy dog next to him. Those were great books.
Yeah.
High school mandatory reading. Where's Waldo? Dissect the story arcs going on.
Yeah.
Apparently there's a very rich lore, as we just found
That's
out.
true.
There
That
are
is true.
swamps
There's
Yeah.
and katanas.
And anti-wanderer factions.
Yes.
hungry ferrets
Yes.
aren't being fed for some reason.
For some reason.
This is one of those things where Waldo has no idea any of this is going on.
Yeah, you
having
can't
a
see
great
it past
time.
the kite.
He's just having a good ass time all
This
the time.
kite's awesome.
Whoa, view's great from up here. Anyway, on to my next location.
Can I, before we reveal the meaning of the word, can I confess something?
Yeah.
Can I confess to a sin?
Yes.
I recognize the word Waldeinsamkeit. I believe it means loneliness or something along the lines of that.
Solidly chance. Why is it a sin to know German?
I know that because it's one of the character songs for Germany from Hitalia.
Amazing.
Okay.
It's called
That's why it's a
Einsamkeit.
sin.
That's why it's a sin.
That's what makes it sinful.
Karina is not far off. According
Yeah, I don't know what Wald means, so
It says here that it is the feeling of solitude and connectedness to nature when being alone in the woods.
I want to live in that feeling.
That's what Waldo's feeling.
Yeah.
Not
He's
knowing
never
that.
alone. What are you talking about?
Well, he doesn't know that he's not alone right now
Okay.
because he doesn't realize what's about to happen to him.
His whole life is crowds. Waldo's life, as someone with social anxiety, Waldo's life is stressful.
You can be alone in a crowd.
Yeah,
And
but
think
I don't-
Waldo
but that's like
experiences
the
that.
worst kind of alone.
Yeah. I don't want to be.
I want to be alone in my apartment,
See, I want to be
surrounded by my stuff.
I want to be not alone with no people around me. Does that make sense?
I want to
Yeah.
be alone in the woods. Let's be
Yeah.
real.
Yeah.
I want to experience. I want to be Waldeinsamkeit.
I
I
want
want
to
a hungry
be
ferret.
done drawing
Oh, okay.
so
Too
that
bad.
someone else can draw now, like Karina.
Karina, are you ready for your word?
Yeah, I hope it's one I know from Hitalia.
Yours is from Arabic,
Uh-huh.
and it is tentatively pronounced Ya Aburni.
Spell it, please.
YA apostrophe ABURNEE.
A-B-U-R-N-E-E?
Yes.
Ha. Yeah, a Bernie.
It's when you see Bernie Sanders.
Well, the way
And
Willie
you're
said it
Dutch.
made me think of a brony.
Oh no.
Yeah, Brony.
Yeah,
You
brony.
can be. Bernie Sanders can be a brony. There's no law against
That
it.
Brony
is Bernie
Sanders.
Brony Sanders is
is
Drawfee's
Sanders
newest,
Brony.
most popular character, Brony Sanders.
Okay. Sorry to the Arabic language, but I think we got there.
I'm pretty sure Arabic would have a word for when you see Brony Sanders.
Say, hey, Brony
You
Sanders.
say, yeah, Bernie.
I hear a distant Nathan laugh. He's rubbing his face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
You got to say something when you see him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that for a long time they were at a loss for words. They didn't know what to say.
Well, Brony Sanders walks around just like Where's Wally?
know
He's just
about
kind
that
of
song.
wandering wherever he
Yeah,
goes.
wandering
so
the
they
globe.
need to shout him out when you see him.
This is you. This is you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is nice because you're giving the viewer sort of the exact example of when they would use this word.
Yeah.
It's when you're in this situation. Oh no, you're not happy.
Well, what? Are you happy?
When I see Brony?
When you see Brony.
When I see Brony Sanders?
Well, Brony Sanders, but
That is my president.
nothing but respect for my
You
president.
can't reference a different episode in this
It's not
episode.
even a reference to a different episode.
That's
I'm
what
just
the
saying he is
people
my
say.
president.
But
Not-
it really runs directly in parallel to a joke you made in the
Yeah.
last episode
Yeah,
we
but
recorded.
people don't know that, and they don't have to know that.
Yeah, now they have to know that. So comment down below if that episode has come out already and you can connect the two.
Thank you.
Someone listened to that episode right before this episode, and their mind is.
Touching the void.
Whoa, it's all connected.
Can I admit something shameful?
Yes.
Yeah.
Everyone should admit at least one shameful thing today.
So, when I was saying that he wanders around like Where's Waldo, I was trying to think of a country to say that he was in, and I could not confidently think of a country that speaks Arabic and say it out loud in public because I don't know where languages are spoken because I'm really stupid as an American.
It's big of you to admit that.
I
That is
think I
big of
had
you
to
to
get
admit
that
that.
off my chest.
And you know what? I forgive you.
Thank you. That's what I wanted.
You're
Yours is
welcome.
yours is the only opinion whose matters to me.
It's always been that way.
Shut up.
The way you have this, Karina, is kind of like it's something you say to like ward off the curse of Brony Sanders. Like you have to say this when you see him, or else he comes into your house and eats your candy.
It's like a lullaby.
He hears it and he just goes and leaves.
If we're doing talk about etymology, that's a fun etymology I learned. That lullaby, I don't know if this is true, but
Someone said this and you listened.
In some folklore, Adam had a first wife named Lilith, and she was not created from his rib, and she wanted to have sex and be on top when they had sex, so that got her banned from Eden, and then she vowed to attack all of his offspring, and so you would sing lily buys to ward off Lilith, and then that became lullaby.
That's the origin of that?
Or I just made it up, but
That'd be wild if you made that up.
Can you fact check this?
I do have it up.
I think it's like one explanation. I feel like there's a lot of versions of it, but mine is the best one.
So there's two bits here. The term lullaby derives from the Middle English lullin, to lull,
That makes sense.
and by, which in the sense of near, it was first recorded circa 1560. A folk etymology derives lullaby from Lilith Abai, or Lilith Abbey. In the Jewish tradition, Lilith was a demon who was believed to steal children's souls in the night. To guard against Lilith, Jewish mothers would hang 4 amulets on nursery walls with inscription Lilith Abai, which is Lilith begone.
So and you put on the amulet instead Ya Bernie to ward off Brony Sanders.
To ward off Brony Sanders. Yeah.
What did any of that have to do with Lilith topping?
That was
Where
just
did that come from?
that was just a fun little. Well, she wanted to top. I mean, I don't think she wanted to like peg Adam. I think it was more.
I mean,
thought it
it's
was-
Lilith.
it
I
was-
know we're
it
good
was-
friends, but
no.
like, where does that work into the story? You
But
just kind of.
It was she was the reason that she vowed vengeance on the children of Adam is because she was cast out of Eden.
She wasn't
and
allowed
it was
to top.
because she wanted to have sex in a more dominant position. I don't think it was pegging though.
It does
But-
say in the book of Adam and Eve as Adam's first wife, and in the Zohar Leviticus 19a as, quote, a hot, fiery female, her first cohabitated with man. Mm-hmm. Dang.
That's the same thing that I'm saying, just with a little less detail.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just provided an awful, like a weird amount of detail.
Yeah,
That's
were
all
you
I'm
there?
saying.
As a child who did nothing but watch the non-educational parts of the History Channel, I feel very confident that what I'm saying is true. No, I don't. I've never felt confident in my life.
You're not going to start now.
Yeah.
The face he's making, like, I can't tell if he's ashamed.
The composition of this is genuinely frightening because he does seem like he just appeared out of nowhere.
He's
is
in
just
one
sort
of those Where's Waldo crowds.
Well, it's got like it
I'll
follows.
draw one too.
Everyone gets to draw a Waldo. This will be your most time-consuming episode ever, which is fine because it'll also be your highest viewed.
Yeah,
Obviously.
it'll be worth it. It'll definitely be worth it. What does Bernie Sanders wear? He wears like a jacket.
He's got his big puffy coat when he asks you, when he
Yeah.
once again asks you to do something.
He just had those mittens on that one time. Yeah. Forget what that was about.
I am once
I think
again
his hands
asking
were
you
cold.
to not
I mean,
say
but wait, I
Yahweh.
forget where it was. Was he at the inauguration?
It was.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was knitted by a teacher.
Yeah.
Jacob, what was your joke?
It doesn't matter.
What were
say
you
the
saying?
damn joke.
Yeah, don't be
Jacob.
so sheepish.
Nothing's important.
Well, duh, but say it anyway.
It's not even. It's too late.
You have to say it now. We've yeah.
Let's all be quiet until Jacob says his joke.
Okay.
I was just doing the meme. Them once again asking you to not say, "Yeah, Bernie." He's showing up and saying that to you in his big coat, and he sits in the chair.
When you say it like that, it's like Ariana Grande. Yeah, Bernie.
Yeah, Bernie.
Yeah.
It's a bummer that Nathan's not on this episode because I feel like he does have a Bernie Sanders locked and loaded. Maybe I'm wrong, but
And like an impression.
yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like he
he
would
does.
be voicing Bernie Sanders right now, but unfortunately he can't do that. 'cause
Well,
he's-
Nathan, can you yell your Bernie Sanders from the other room?
99% is this is only going to be in 1% of the episode. You can only hear 1% of what I'm saying because I'm 99% away from the microphone. It's not that good.
I'm glad we did that. Thank you very much.
Gonna have to bass boost that audio,
Yep.
but it'll be worth it, I think.
Yeah. Everything will be worth it. Just you wait.
Hey, what's this Bernie's cutie mark?
I think the word you're looking for is bias, and it is Twilight Sparkle.
I imagine he often has meetings with Twilight Sparkle.
Yeah.
Where she's like, we have to tax the rich. She's like, what? What's taxes?
I'm a horse. Horses don't pay taxes, Bernie. Maybe horses should pay taxes.
They're pretty expensive, so yeah.
Yeah, and they make money.
They do make a lot of money.
Do they make money?
Yeah, when
Yeah.
they're like racing and stuff.
Well, do the My Little Ponies make money?
Well, they own small businesses.
Do they?
Rarity does. That's why she's best pony.
One of
I'm
them's
as
a
shocked
farmer.
as anyone, but I don't know anything about My Little Pony.
Okay, I'm gonna Google My Little Pony currency. My
never
Little Pony economy.
Felt more estranged from Karina than I do right now. This is a moment that really tests our relationship.
What are you talking about? I'm deeply online. What do you want from me?
You're in too deep.
My God.
What?
Sorry, I found an essay on Reddit about the economics in Equestria.
Yeah, it's Reddit.
It's 10 years old.
Yeah, that's when it
Why
was like.
was it the first response to my Google search?
Are you
The
people
first
not
responder.
familiar with bronies? This is what they do.
Well, it was just this person saying that they didn't understand why the prices of cider, why they didn't just raise the price of cider.
They're horses.
They don't have business degrees.
Yeah.
They got horse degrees.
Do horses drink stuff?
Cider.
Yeah, they like
Okay.
cider apparently.
Apparently, the currency there is bits.
Like Bitcoin?
Like
yeah, they're
Twitch?
into crypto in Equestria.
In Equestria?
Bits are the standard form of currency used throughout Equestria in various episodes and other media.
That's weird.
Yeah.
How do they carry them? Do they have saddlebags on? And then how do they get them out of the saddlebags?
I think it's all magic.
Yeah. Friendship is
Yeah.
magic.
Friendship
and so
is definitely magic.
And so are cryptocurrencies.
And so is crypto.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, okay, actually, I think Twilight would like naively get into cryptocurrency and then Pinkie Pie would get interested, but then the Weird Al pony would be like, no, Pinkie Pie.
The Weird Al
There's
pony.
a Weird Al pony?
Yeah, he marries Pinkie Pie.
What are you
And they
talking
have
about?
kids.
Is this real or are you just saying things?
This is real.
I don't know. I can't participate. I
I
know
feel like
so
I
little.
need to drive Karina away by screaming "Ya Bernie."
Yeah, we're gonna have to scream yeah.
Yeah,
Bernie,
Bernie.
I'm not Bernie.
Oh, that's fair.
think
You
he's-
can't make me leave.
But
I
he-
live here.
He's contaminating you.
I want to bring up a point here.
Yes.
Because someone made a whole chart about how much things cost in Equestria.
Yeah, that's what bronies do.
A basket of apples is 8 gold bits, but a month's rent in a tiny space is 50,000 bits.
Holy shit.
But
How many apples you gotta sell?
what's the conversion rate between? Wait, are gold bits just bits,
I think they're just
or are they like a premium currency?
okay. Wait, because there's also silver bits.
You have to pay real world money to get gold bits. They're the premium currency.
Yeah.
Normal bits you can earn through normal gameplay.
I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore.
Why not?
Do you not like this bit?
I think no. I'm done with the drawing. We can keep going with the bit. I just don't. What
love
you want me
this.
to draw more crowds?
This is such a cute Bernie you drew.
It is.
I like him.
In your rendering, I hope he continues to not have pupils because it really adds to.
He'll never have
Okay,
pupils.
good.
He's looking at you with like disdain.
Because you said the thing.
Yeah, he's like, you spotted me.
Do you want to know what it actually means?
I would love that.
It was really close to what you drew.
It probably wasn't.
It's actually a declaration of hope that someone will die before another person because of how unbearable it would be to live without them.
Oh,
Whoa.
wow. That's beautiful
Like
and very
Pinkie
sad.
Pie and the Weird Al pony.
Yeah, exactly like that.
Beautiful.
Oh my God.
Wow. Okay.
Don't say that to Bernie Sanders.
Yeah.
No.
But do say in our comments how right I am about the lore of My Little Pony. I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, you can say that. It won't make any difference to me. Julia's next.
Willie.
Julia's next. All right. Do you want your word, Julia?
I mean, that would be helpful.
Okay. Well, don't rush me.
Come on.
So this is actually the word when I did the essay in high school. This is the word that I did, and it's from Spanish, and it is duende.
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 D-U-E.
Duende?
So saith Memo.
D-U-E-N-D-E.
D-U-E-N-D-E. Duende.
NDE.
Yeah.
I have a hard time listening to people spell words for some reason.
It's
Part of
not-
my auditory
I was gonna say,
processing.
it's not, you always say for some reason. It's because you were deaf.
I
It's
think
not
there's
for
a
some reason. There's
reason.
an obvious reason.
Yeah.
No, don't let her off the hook that easy.
You're right.
I know this guy though. This is Duende the Rende Jensen. Mm-hmm. Famous Spanish actor.
Duende.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So it kind of has like two meanings. I won't tell you. So the meaning they give is different than the one that I remember. But so I'll give you half of what it is. And that's that it's like a little goblin type creature of some sort, but
Okay.
its meaning is very different from that according to this article that I'm using. So
All right.
Someone wrote it. It's true.
So, like a little goblin-like creature.
Oh, very excited for a Julia Little Goblin. This is a Goomba.
Duende.
I feel like I've heard this before.
It's a little goblin who doesn't know what day it is. And he always says it's Duende, which is not a
Duende.
day. It's like, okay, when do you need this done by, Duende? I don't know what that means. What is Duende?
What are you talking about?
Duende.
Did you
Duende
know?
is also a brony.
Did you know the Weird Al pony
Oh my God.
is named
Still on
Cheese
it.
Sandwich?
Cheese? What? Start over.
The Weird Al pony
Uh-huh.
that marries Pinkie Pie and has a child with her is named Cheese Sandwich.
Duende. I say Duende to that.
Do you?
Maybe, depending on what it means.
No, you can say duende to that. That's fine.
Okay. I say
This one is
Duende
not
to
as
that.
intense as Brony Sanders is. Well, the case could be made, but it's not as dark.
Julia's got something going here. She's got a pose.
Yeah,
She's thinking of something.
I am.
Honestly, the only thing I can think of is Dende from Dragon Ball Z. Who was like a little Piccolo guy.
He was a little nerd. He could heal people. I liked him.
Yeah. And so I'm just thinking of Dende as Duende.
Okay.
Duende
That-
is what you say when you're asking when Dende is going to be on the
Yeah.
show again.
And there's also Dedenne, which is a Pokemon that I pronounced and you correct my pronunciation, and then I was vindicated.
You were right?
Huh?
I think so.
Because I
Maybe
always
I
said,
was wrong.
I always said
forget.
Deden. I remember.
Yeah, I remember having this conversation about a year ago, but I've held on to it.
But
since
neither
then.
one of us knew why it was called that, right? Oh, because it was like an antenna. So it was like Dedena. Was
And I
that
think
what we
it's-
came to?
I think it's also supposed to be like the tooth fairy. So like dentist. Dentist
the
antenna.
Dentist antenna. Come on. That's nothing.
Wait, I'm looking it up right now.
Duende, dende, dedene.
Dedene.
Just a
In
lot of
other
sounds
languages.
going on.
Wait.
I love this little outfit.
Have you had a hard day at the office?
Yeah.
No, okay. It's a combination of denkai, which is electricity, and antennae, which is French for antenna. So I don't know where I got the tooth fairy shit from.
Same place you got the Lilith topping stuff from, I guess.
Did want to have.
I bet she did. I just found it weird that you mentioned it in the context of that explanation.
People would be like, why did Lilith get cast out of Eden?
For being a
People-
dommy mommy?
Yes,
People
for being a
are-
dummy mommy.
They do ask us in the comments a lot why Lilith got cast out of Eden, and thus far we've not had a good
and
answer.
now they know.
Is this another goblin?
Yeah.
It's a whole goblin family.
Yeah.
So he got home. Is he coming home after a long day of work? He looks tired.
Yeah.
Long duende. Aw, this is cute.
He kind of looks like me.
In what
Yeah.
way?
Yeah. Explain.
I have a longer face, but other than that, it's the same, which is appropriate.
Yeah, he does have your 3 hairs that you have on your head.
I mean, I'm
Your
getting
3
closer to
long
that every
hairs.
day, Jacob. Don't make jokes.
You have a lot of hairs on your head. I'm looking at
No,
them.
okay. I think that too, but then I see my hair from a different angle, and it's just like nothing but scalp. I don't think I'm balding, but I do have very intense cowlicks that make it look like I might be balding. Also, I might just be balding.
There's no way to know.
There's no
No.
way to know.
It's impossible.
I did like a survey for one of those like hair clubs for regrowing hair, but then I lost interest in it. So I don't know if what happens if I'm like actually balding.
So the story is that you just did a survey.
What were the results of the survey?
I didn't finish it
You didn't finish the survey.
because I didn't want to come to grips with the fact that I might be balding.
Damn.
Yeah, Auberny.
Sorry, Brony Sanders was coming in the room for a second there. We had to
Yeah.
ward him off real quick. He was sneaking in. Is that like a little fence out there?
Yeah.
This guy has a nice little life.
Yeah. It's Duende Day End.
Duende end?
What? Duende end. I
Duende-
go home to my wife.
Go home.
Duende end. It's nighttime. But it's just shortened to Duende.
The
Yeah.
Duende of the day.
The Duend. The Dway Dwins.
See, you're getting it.
Stop Dwet.
So tell me more about cheese sandwich.
The Weird Al pony?
Yes, the Weird Al
let's
pony.
look.
What other cheese sandwich would I be talking about?
I don't know, like the item? He used to live in Manhattan, but moved to Ponyville and works as a party planner.
Excuse me, Manhattan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's Manhattan. It's a big city.
Keep
Horse
up.
Manhattan.
So it's like a horse mane. But like,
Yeah.
people don't name cities after like. There's no like.
There's no like Manhattan.
Oh yeah, that would make sense. But then it would be Horse Hatton.
Yeah, why is it not Horse Hatton, Karina?
I don't have the answers. You just asked me about cheese sandwich.
Or Manhorston?
Here's my opinion about cheese sandwich.
Yes.
I've really taken a turn on grilled cheese having things other than just cheese. in it.
Yes.
Like, I'm now a fan of like a little like tomato slice on a grilled cheese. Or some like mushrooms.
There's a lot of ways you can go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of good things you can put on a grilled cheese if you so desire.
I'll allow a slice of bacon, but only because that doesn't count as food in my eyes.
Yeah.
It's
it's
like a
just-
side. Like
it's just
bacon's
something.
never the center of anything. It's the only meat that won't overpower cheese.
We've talked about this before, definitely in an episode, but I feel like it's always very divisive.
What?
The strategy of applying mayo to the outside of the bread before you fry it, as opposed to butter. Have any of you ever done this on your grilled
Yeah.
cheese?
Yeah, it's not good.
It's delicious. It makes like a extra crispy crust.
Yeah.
No.
But it sounds like it would be disgusting.
No, see.
But it's not.
That's wrong because
This is why it's divisive.
It's mayonnaise. There's no amount of good mayonnaise could be that would make me forget that I'm eating mayonnaise. Does
The
that make sense?
QB mayo.
It doesn't taste like mayonnaise anymore because it's been fried onto the bread.
It's the same thing where there's a lot of, I've seen cake recipes that use mayonnaise and it's just eggs and yeah, but it's still mayonnaise.
I mean, it is just eggs and oil.
I know that, Jacob, but once it becomes mayonnaise, then it's mayonnaise and I don't want any part of it. Unless it's on a turkey sandwich, and then only a little bit.
Why then?
Because it makes it moister.
It's food lube.
Yeah.
It's true.
I'm just saying, for the people watching, if you're not mayo repulsed, give it a try.
I'm saying that when you try it, comment below about how I'm right that butter is superior.
I mean, butter's also great. This is just an alternative way you can try if you want to. It does make it extra crispy.
But it tastes mayo adjacent.
You don't have to do it. I'm just saying you can.
I don't know, but I'm saying this is my thoughts on the practice. I've seen people do it, and I've seen people do it where they do inside and outside, and it's like that's just too much mayonnaise.
Give it a try. Just don't tell Willie you did it.
If you tell me you did it, so help me God. Well, you can tell me you did it. I don't care.
Cheese sandwiches cutie mark is cheese and an accordion.
What's a cutie mark?
It's the little stamp they have on their butt.
Yeah.
It reflects their personalities and dreams.
It's like a horoscope.
Yeah,
They
it's like
have
a
butt
horoscope.
tattoos?
Yeah, they do.
Imagine if your horoscope was like permanently, like magically tattooed on your butt, and also that people could see it all the time
Because you're naked all the time.
because you're naked, because you're a horse.
I have a butt tattoo. Should I call it my cutie mark?
Yes.
Yeah, you
Okay.
should.
That would be so cute.
People will
T-mark.
like it if you do that.
Yes, they'll clap
It's
and
really
cheer.
tiny. Very few people see it.
What is it of?
It's just a little smiley face. I just wanted to get a tattoo, but it just looks like a freckle.
Nice.
You got the tiniest smiley face.
I got
Yeah.
a
You
really
can say
tiny
you have a
smiley.
tattoo.
Yeah.
That means that your like role in society is that you make people just a little happy.
Just a little bit.
That doesn't sound like me at all.
Not a lot happy, but a little happy.
Mildly so.
Eh.
Let's not get out of hand here. It's just a little bit of happiness.
Wait, so it denotes what their role in society is?
Kind of. Like it denotes their interest or their passions or their job or future job.
And cheese sandwich. Oh, he has an accordion because
He
Weird
plays
Al.
the accordion because he's Weird Al.
How does a horse play the accordion?
You know.
Can they stand up?
Yeah. It's magic.
Do they fight crime?
I mean, in a manner of speaking, yes.
Okay.
There's like villains.
Because they have powers, right?
Yeah, they have magic.
Friendship, mostly, is the
Yeah.
magic.
I'm done.
All right.
This is cute.
That's beautiful.
Duende ends.
It's when the
Duende ends.
So you are
Duende.
also, would you like to know your meaning?
Yeah.
It's a work of art's mysterious power to deeply move a person.
Oh, just like this image.
Yeah.
This
But
image
Yeah.
is giving me duende,
So I think it's like it takes the form of a goblin.
Yeah.
and it moves you.
It moves me and it
Yeah.
makes me miss my goblin wife.
Yeah, I miss my goblin wife too.
I'm right here. Damn.
Yeah, but you haven't made my mush for when I come home from
Damn,
my,
My mush.
my office job.
Hey, Willie, thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me. Before I go, can I just read one thing real quick?
Yes,
I would
please
love it if
do.
you did.
So, hello, Drawfee audience. As many of you know, the last time I was a guest on this program, I pledged to release nude photos of myself if my YouTube channel crosses 100,000 subscribers by the end of the year. Naturally, this announcement was met with a lot of confusion, so I wanted to take this time to clear some things up. So with that in mind, here are a few frequently asked questions regarding #WillieAndTheBuff. Question 1. Why in God's name would anyone want to see you naked? Answer. I have no clue. I don't enjoy looking at myself naked, so the idea that somebody else would want to do it is truly baffling to me. That said, sexuality is a wide spectrum, so while I get that most people have no interest in my naked body, that's not the case for everyone. I may very well be somebody's fetish, and if that's the case, then who are you to deny them of the joy of my flesh?
That's inspirational.
You don't have to look at the pictures, But by subscribing to my channel, you can get the satisfaction that comes from making someone else's very specific dreams come true. Question 2. Are you really going to be showing ... everything? Answer. A lot of people online use the promise of nudity as a way to drum up publicity, only to not actually post their naughty bits when the time comes. And I just want to say for the record that if and when I reach 100,000 subscribers, I will also be doing that. My mother follows me online, and I'm not prepared to lose that one last ounce of respect that she has managed to cling to for me. And I know that's lame, but at least I'm being upfront about it. I promise you're not missing anything interesting. Question 3. So what are you showing? Answer. The photo spread will include 5 photos of yours truly, at least 2 of which will offer a full view of my butt, which, like I just said, has a tattoo on it, so that sweetens the pot.
A cutie mark.
Yeah, my cutie mark. Though there will be some tasteful censorship of certain areas, the photos will feature me fully nude. No clothes, no filter, just me naked coming out of a giant clamshell. Question 4.
Hell yeah.
Are you really that desperate for attention? Answer. Yes. Question 5. Where will these pictures be posted? Answer. Hopefully the pictures will be posted on my Twitter account at WillieSilly2. That said, there's a solid chance that if and when I reach my goal, Twitter will no longer be a thing, and if that's the case, the pictures will instead be hosted on @WillieMuse, the Reddit page that I made for myself when I was high during the pandemic. Question 6. Why should we trust you to follow through on this when you never got that tattoo? Answer. The fact of the matter is that the tattoo was a more complicated promise in these photos. There were a lot more moving parts that I wasn't able to make work, and I simply couldn't. Nude photos are much easier. I could take a nude photo of myself right now if I wanted to, but I won't because Jacob would get mad. I could, though.
Don't put words in my mouth.
Fine, then I'll strip down right now. Also, if I reach 200k subs by the end of the year, I will get that tattoo. I'm serious this time. But yeah, subscribe to my channel, and then while you're there, watch a video. Because apparently, if you subscribe and don't watch videos, that doesn't really help me very much. So watch the videos too. The last video I did was about B-movie, and I don't know, it's fine. But watch it.
Yeah, and maybe
Yeah.
there'll be others by the time this episode comes out.
No.
Maybe.
No.
Well, thank you to Willie for being here. Do all those things. Subscribe to Willie. But hey, also subscribe to us. Like and subscribe. You can also support us on Patreon, patreon.com/Drawfee. We have merch. All the links are in the description. Thank you again to Willie for both pitching this episode and for coming and hosting it.
Mm-hmm. You're welcome. You owe me.
Yeah. And with that,
I don't.
sorry.
Sorry.
Lo siento.